Welcome to another update video from our project Salvador Valley. If you're new here, this project is basically 4 Irish guys trying to realize our dream of building and running a hostel. In the last month, we had our first taste of hosting people. We had 10 volunteers from all around the world stay with us and help us in our various ongoing construction jobs. By the nature of the work, it is challenging. We're not actually tradesmen and we don't have a master plan, so everything is just being figured out on the fly, including the documentation process. So sadly, while we did amazing work, not all of it was captured properly. So there's a few gaps that I have to fill in this update video. I'm currently walking up our steps to the showers. If you watched our last video, you saw us attempting to build these showers out of bamboo. Now, it's a pity I didn't get the installation on camera, but if you look, they came out pretty amazingly. Oh, here's my crock. I was looking for that. So yeah, these are our bamboo showers. Plumbed up. Fresh water. And our resident cabinet maker Tim made some cute little bits of accessories, which is this towel rack. We got the mirror at the local market. And they are more private than you think. You'd think because there's cracks that you might be able to see into them, but you actually can't. So that's obviously important. What else do we have going on? Backfilled around the toilets. Thanks to Moises, we got that shored up, and Chris put a concrete slab in front of the toilets because our site is completely sloped. So when the rain comes, it will be our top priority to keep everything from eroding and getting wet. Behind me here, we have our first orchard. So myself and Joe planted these trees, which are coming along nicely. This papaya has seen some good growth. This mango tree was completely dead when we planted it, or it appeared dead, and now it's sprouting life again, which is exciting. There's heaps of things that we're just learning on the job here. When I say that we have no experience, I really mean it. But that's the point of this project, is to learn many different things, such as gardening, construction, cooking has been a big thing in our volunteer camp. We've been eating 3 meals a day, which have to be prepared and organized. So that's been a learning curve, getting all those materials ready, which will be ingredients ready, which will be a sign of what's to come if we are to successfully run a hostel here. So we're currently working on the first third of our site. So it's from our entrance and we're working up. That's just the way things have naturally formed. We really didn't have a plan when we started. So we built this shed and now we dug out these pads to set up the teepees, which is where we sleep very comfortably, three single beds and mattresses in each teepee. A couple of double beds actually for couples, which is handy. And yeah, so we're just sprouting organically from our entrance point. This is our material drop-off area. We got sand, gravel, white earth. These stones are going to be absolutely critical because all of these steps which we've dug out into the earth are great for now while it's still the dry season, but they are going to turn to mud when it rains. So we have to line all of the paths with stones, which is what we're kind of working on now, as well as putting the finishing touches on the kitchen area. All this earthworks was done by Tim, our legendary French volunteer, who also did, like, as I mentioned, the accessories in the shower, and he built some doors and roofs, and yeah, very handy guy. A Jedi, as Chris called him, with certain tools. So we've got some running water around the site from our well, but we don't have a master plumbing plan done yet. Why is that not working? Oh, there we go. That's to wash your feet before you go into the tent. But yeah, we have to do a master plumbing and electrical line so that everything makes sense for the 5-year vision when we eventually want to build up in that far corner. That will be our proper bar and restaurant area. In the meantime, we've got provisional plumbing, provisional electrics set up. This is Tent Oregon because it was originally inhabited by 2 guys from Oregon. It's looking smick. Got a clothesline. We're working on a toilet, a secondary toilet over there. All of our toilets are eco toilets because a huge part of this project is returning to our connection with nature. So we want to keep everything as organic and healthy as possible. So introducing that life cycle where the organic material is eventually used to fertilize crops that we're growing, which we're basically in an environment where stuff grows everywhere. This field used to be grazed by cows, so they ate most of the vegetation. Now, after 1 year of no cows, all these trees have just sprung up, and we would like to introduce as many fruit producing trees as possible. So we started with that little orchard, which is mangoes, avocados, lemons and papayas, and we'll just try to continue that throughout the rest of the property step by step. So in the rest of this video I'll include as many highlights from the few weeks with the volunteers as I can. It's been a challenge trying to document and build and organize all at the same time, but we have to move on. I can't just let perfection get in the way of producing these update videos. So this is our kitchen space at the moment. We've got Ryan laying blocks in the corner and Kate plastering. These are our 2 volunteers surviving after everybody else left us. They're sticking around. We're not actually looking for more volunteers right now because we need a little bit of time to just regroup and set in more frameworks for the next batch. So we want to set up better systems so we're better organized and better prepared to host people. The first few weeks, they were great, but we weren't optimizing our workflow and just the kitchen and different aspects of living on site with 10 people without fully established facilities. So if you're new here, hope you stick around. If you're returning, thanks for returning. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. We're really trying to grow this page because who knows what's going to happen, whether tourism will continue. The YouTube will definitely continue. So this is our plan B to turn this project into an economic success, is producing videos of what it's like to develop a property. And we're going to experiment with as many styles of construction and farming, permaculture as we can. So yeah, stick around for that and you might be able to teach us something or learn something. A critical piece of infrastructure which we installed with our team was a French drain. So this is key for protecting our walls, particularly at the back where there's going to be a lot of soil around the other side, from resisting the tension of when the soil gets wet. It's going to put a lot of force on the walls. So the French drain allows that water to exit. So we had to dig, excavate around fully, and then insert pipes with holes in them, which we had to make ourselves because you can't buy perforated pipes easily in this country. Nor did we get the material you're supposed to wrap around the pipe. So we ended up using women's tights from the secondhand store, which was a pretty fun DIY arts and crafts project. But this is something that it doesn't add any aesthetic value, but it's going to be very functional. So very important that we did that for the longevity of this building. This shelving unit was constructed out of timber that we found on the side of the road. We scavenged it back to site, and Tim, our resident Jedi, crafted this rustic shelving unit, which was invaluable. Right now it's cluttered, but you can imagine what it was like when we had 10 people. Everyone's stuff was just all over the kitchen table, and it was very frustrating. So we put this together to, you know, put your little personal items, because this is our shared communal space, so it's important to keep it clean. Not easy. We had Chato, our resident block layer neighbor, come and finish this retaining wall, because it's our most important wall. On the other side, it's going to be backfilled with earth, so it needs to be able to resist all of that tension and pressure. So it's rock solid. He did that, and then inspired us with confidence to continue the rest of the walls ourselves, which we've been chipping away at slowly. We laid all these blocks. Ryan is still laying blocks at the back. We're just doing, obviously we're much slower than a guy that's been laying blocks for 40 years, but it's a good learning curve. It tests your patience more than anything. Trying to get blocks level in every plane. It's harder than you think, but to the untrained eye, it looks all right, and they're not structural, so they're just they're not supporting anything besides their own weight, which is, yeah, it's all right for beginners. Thanks everybody for watching this far. Apologies if that was a little bit boring, but I just had to get an update out there so that I can start thinking about the next videos that need to be made. Like this sink in the background is a pretty cool story, which I will try and make a specific video about that alone. I'll also make a start to finish video about these bamboo showers, because that's a cool story. We actually harvested all that bamboo ourselves, processed it, cut it to length, and then built those showers to our own design, which we made up on the spot. And yeah, there's heaps going on. It's just hard to, yeah, like I said, make the videos while also performing the work that's being videoed. It's tricky. But yeah, once I get this one out, then I can start maybe focusing on another one, which will be a more specific video about a specific job on site. And yeah, when the next batch of volunteers come, I'll be more prepared with cameras to record what we're doing, set them up on tripods. I wasn't even thinking about that when our last bunch of volunteers were here, because we were just trying to make sure everybody was happy working and yeah, just finding that rhythm. But next time we'll be more video focused. So thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Alright, get this one. Alright, let's do it quickly. That's not the better. Yeah, let's go with that. I'll get yours later.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, I don't know if these are gonna be right. Está bien.
But we have to be careful because it's not.
Oh yeah, yeah, it could disconnect.
No, she will.
Está bien. Gracias. Salmon's on drugs. Joe and Tim are taking our neighbor's dogs to the vet.
Mancha
Mancha.
y Pantera.
Pantera, to get neutered so they don't have more puppies. So girls, I wish you the best of luck, and boys, equally, good luck. I hope they don't vomit too much and shit all over the car, but if they do. This morning we're cutting down this tree, which we cut the top off it at the beginning of the project. There's still an active beehive in it, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. Hopefully we can harvest the honey when it's all said and done. But the tree has to go because it's blocking our entrance. So Chris is going to take it down. Oh well. Sorry, bees. So we accidentally cut the top off the hive, but now we've got instant access to the honey, and it is some of the most delicious honey I've ever tasted.
Wow. Isn't that good? Pretty sweet.
It's so sweet.
I think that's not.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
It's what?
Propóleo.
Propóleo.
Yeah. It's like way darker and like super
Grab a
concentrated.
straw.
Tree stump removal, with the help of Ryan. Multi-J job, he reckons. Damn.
That wood is hard.
Yeah. This is the big boy back here.
Yeah, we got a big one up front.
That's a rock. Oh. Salvador Valley Gym, open now. Day 2 of removing this tree stump. We're left with a very awkward axe swing at the taproot that's just holding it together. It's a really difficult swing of the axe, but
I think we can push it over, man.
yeah, we ready?
Yeah, let's try it. I need your power.
Maybe shall I bring it?
Ready?
Whoa!
Yes. Okay. Yes!
Oh yeah! Nice.
All right.
Nice, Chris.
That's 2 days. 2 days, that's okay.
A day in the morning, a day in the
Day in the
morning.
morning.
And I want to, what, only like half an hour? Nice. Adios, Stumpy Lumpy. We're gonna replace the chain on the chainsaw we borrowed from our neighbor, just to be a good neighbor. It was at the end of its line anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
OSHA approved.
OSHA.
Do you guys have OSHA in Ireland?
Go on.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I dare say that's okay.
Yeah,
It's blending.
thank you.